Hey, what's going on guys, Kyle here. So today's video we are taking a look at Corsair's ML Pro series fans. Corsair are known for their stylish premium fans, and the ML series is no exception to that rule because these fans have a unique feature in the form of magnetic levitation, hence the name the ML series. So I have here the white 120mm LED versions. Now Corsair fans have evolved a lot over the last couple of years. The main feature about the ML series fans over the SP and AF series is the magnetic levitation technology it uses. It has a magnetic bearing to spin the fan blades compared to a normal bearing on their other fans, which should, don't quote me on this though, increase the lifespan of the fan and make it sound a lot quieter. This is basically due to having no contact between the bearing and the fan blades, so technically it has less moving parts. Also, the ML fans have a PWM connector compared to a 3-pin connector on their older SP and AF series, because I believe it requires a constant 12-volt power source for that magnetic bearing to actually work properly. Also, one thing to note is these ML fans are meant to float in mid-air when powered on in your system, but as you can see I can't actually remove the fan blades because they do feel like they're attached somehow. But how they actually achieve this as well, your guess is as good as mine. So the first thing you will notice is Corsair has changed the look and design of the new ML fans. This time around Corsair has a new custom rotor design which is meant to have a balance between high static pressure and high airflow, which previously would require you to get some SP fans for static pressure for airflow through say a radiator and some AF fans for some decent airflow around your case, which is not required now with the ML series. And with that new custom rotor design, it appears they have smoothed off the housing around the fan blades on the front to stop any resistance of airflow, and on the back changed the shape to allow better spread of air for possibly using with radiators. Corsair has also opted to mount the LEDs in the centre of the fan instead of on the corners like on their previous LED versions, which I have to say does give that light source that even clean look across the fan blades, which is much better than their previous AF LED fans. And because the ML fan has a PWM connector, the LEDs will stay bright through the RPM range compared to the AF LED that use a 3-pin which will dim up and down depending on that RPM speed. Now one of the best things about the older SP and AF fans is, which we all know by now, had replaceable rings which come in 3 different colours, but many people prefer to paint them to match their build. On the ML fan, Corsair has brought this customization back, but in the form of replaceable corners mounted to the anti-vibration rubber dampers, which you can remove and buy new ones from Corsair, or simply paint them to match the colour of your build. Little details like this is really what makes a difference for me personally when buying a product. As for the specifications of the ML Pro fans, they should come with 5 years warranty, which tells me that Corsair are confident they are built to last. The flow type of the fan is a static pressure type and they all have PWM control. The airflow is between 12 to 75 C8FM, which is potentially better than both SP and AF series fans. The static pressure is between 0.2 to 4.2 and has a sound level of 16 to 37 dBA, and the fans can reach speeds of 2400 RPM if you really feel the need to do so, and also has a power draw of 0.3 of an amp. Now all these fans today have different RPM speeds, but for a quick noise test I've set them all around 1300 RPM to give a bit of a comparison. So to wrap things up, the ML series fans from Corsair are a serious piece of kit. After all, these are premium fans we are talking about here. In my opinion, they are Corsair's best looking fans to date. They do feel a lot more solid than the SP and AF fans, and definitely much more heavier as well. Corsair SP and AF fans have been my favourite for some time, and I do feel that they have outdone them this time round with the ML fans. Cooling wise, well, I didn't really see much of a difference with the ML fans personally. On my H100i, I possibly got a 1 to 2 Celsius temperature drop for my CPU, but one thing I did notice is that I could run the RPM on my ML fans a lot lower, to around 900 RPM compared to the SP fans at 1100 RPM, which the ML fans still achieved the same level of cooling over the SP fans. As for negatives, well, personally I don't really have anything to say bad about the ML fans. All I can say though is after buying one of these ML fans, the price will start to rise quickly. But that wraps up the video today, so feel free to drop a comment down below if you want to know anything I haven't actually covered in the video. If you enjoyed the video, then remember to drop a like, it does personally help me out a lot. But thanks for watching guys, thanks for hanging out, and I hope I catch you all in that next one. Bye guys.